Okay.
Which is irritating because you know it's refusing to show that it's magic. It's refusing to be some sort of Hanzo and shit. You know,
Mm.
And where did you find this exactly? I take the armor off.
garbage
So
can.
this was when we went in Gothic to look into a couple of missing kids. There was a house with a room in the back that led down into the tunnels of disappointment. And in there we battled 3 or 4 ogre magi. One was like a big boss guy. And then in the back they had a room with an altar, sacrificial altar, some dead kids in there obviously, the cube, the armor, and the book.
And a bunch of other shit. There's a bunch of other shit.
It was like a horde, but the ones that kind of stuck out was the cube, the book, and the armor. But they had a stash, so they could have come, they could have grabbed this and whatever.
By the way,
and the book and the ring has nothing to do with the armor?
Yes, the ring. Well, the book opens up a gate to somewhere. The Cursed Pagona. Never been there, so don't know what that is. But you have to kill someone to be able to do that. So I don't know what we're doing.
I look at Freddy.
I like a Freddy. The cube, which was initially a ring, was a very small puzzle box ring.
End of the session. You're gonna be very happy.
Is it a failure suite?
Oh
my god.
I rebooted. Oh, by the way,
I would love you so much. I'd love you more than I love you now.
Oh, are you gonna fucking help him win his strength quest again? God damn it!
Even though I'd like to have my luck go up, I'd rather see him become stronger.
Well, what's gonna really piss him off though is he'll get up to 200. He'll die once from something or other happening. He'll be knocked down to like 180, and then he'll freak the fuck out because it's so hard to get up to 200.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, you know what? If it happens, it happens. But
By the way, give me a memory roll for something else there, Kinley.
I want to make loads of memory rolls, but I feel like I'm cheating if I do. Because I should have kept good notes. I made a memory roll.
There was something about a picture as a hand-drawn picture of McKay.
Yeah, no, I knew about that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you wanted to mention that to Chris or not.
That was, I think Freddie put that in the boards, but...
You really think about that?
Freddie takes the best notes of anybody in the group, and then everybody else in the group goes, hey, I'm not reading shit.
I read it.
Okay, well, many people. Now, if Freddie started, if Freddie was an artist and just started putting up pictures and shit of things, then people might look at the pictures.
So, Logan,
learn to draw.
I don't even know if you remember this, but when I first came to MMO Land, I got all the people together. We started building Kindley Town, and we went to go and fight a boss. He was a guy that we got there, and he was on this had a base that was like in the mountains, and he was giving it all large, and he was actually quite big. I think he had managed to somehow change his looks, and I don't know if he was another player or a Dora.
Oh wait, are you talking about the guy in the volcano?
Yes, and we owned him. It was
embarrassing. He was wearing robes and shit. I remember.
I know, but he was still big though, wasn't he? He was like bigger than a human. Like he could maybe wear armor.
This would definitely fit him, but he was nowhere close to as muscled as this.
All right. That was so funny. I still remember that because you were like, "I'm just going to do a general roll to see how he does versus the group of people," and you rolled like 100 in our favor or something, and it's just like, yeah, he just gets owned.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever actually seen Dr. Morton?
I have not. Does he have a first name, I guess? Do we know what it is? Does it start with a B? Is it Bob? Bob, that sounds right. Bob Morton?
I don't know.
That makes sense because of the whole situation of like they were working for him. But why would they have his armor? And why would he have armor? Because I'm sure he's not. I don't know if I've seen him directly, but I'm pretty sure he's not big. Like I think he's just a normal human size.
Well, as the only theory I have is the B is for Blue and M is for Morton, since they're kind of one and the same. But I don't know.
I mean, we haven't heard from him for ages. We don't even know if he's still part of Blue.
True.
I mean, all that shit went away quite quickly, didn't it? All the AI shit. Yeah,
Well, no, didn't someone see him recently in Groovy or something? Or am I misremembering?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to move my pictures around because I don't want to look down there.
Actually,
Let's move them here.
there was a mission that we did last season, which would indicate that Blue is still around. Because we found, like, blue crystalline dust during one of the missions, which may suggest it's his doing. That was in Cyberpunk land. Cyberpunk Hong Kong.
Right.
So I think he is still kicking about.
Okay.
And apparently, do you know what a Tinderless hybrid is?
I know what Tinderless is.
What is it?
It's the hounds. It's the hounds of Tinderless are hounds that basically chase transgressors of time travel through time.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah,
So if someone time travels too much, they kind of pick up. They start gaining the scent, and then what happens is the hounds latch onto your scent, and then they follow you through time until they hunt you down.
Right.
That's Matt's knowledge.
A while ago, when McKay posted this, he said Dr. Morden had become a hybrid.
Yeah, that's fucked. That's
That was
weird.
a long time ago, though. So
That means he could potentially have like powers over time and space, which is pretty scary.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. We need to look into the armor as well, but not the armor, sorry, the cube. But I don't want to leave until I speak to the manager.
Yeah, well, I think the cube. I think we're at a bit of a dead end with. I mean, we analysed the shit out of it.
We didn't analyze chaos. That's the only thing. And high magic.
True, but
we know it's powered by something.
We also know it's part of a bigger thing. It attaches to something, and finding out what that is without knowing more about who this BM is or what it refers to. I mean, it might not be a someone. It could be an organization.
Bobcats. No.
Cthulhu loves me. Yeah, so it could be. Yeah, it could be quite a few things.
What was the detective agency you were part of in your previous life?
The Kinney Brothers or the KBC?
Okay, no. Not that then.
Chris Tacos.
Chris, give me a listen roll. As Doc Fulton was coming back from the restroom, he thought he heard the word bobcat.
Bobcat?
Yeah.
Bobcat.
And then you walk in on these two.
Right, so to quickly finish before I forget my train of thought. we finished up with the cube. So the cube is tiny. It's like a grain of rice type big. It was inside a ring, a puzzle box ring. And when we took it out, 4 sides are coloured. One side has like a hole in it where like this little cube goes onto something. It fits onto something, or something goes into it, like a larger thing. And on the top of the cube has the same symbol as on the armor. So we know that the armor and the cube is connected in that respect, that it has the same branding on it. But we couldn't find any way that the cube went onto the armor. So we don't think they're actually part of, they go together. They're just either belong to the same person or the same organization, whoever this BM is. BM. Bowel movement.
Anybody does anybody want I've got the papers right here.
I've just got really, really good cards.
I'll take it.
Still waiting for one of you guys to want to use the reverse dice. Don't forget about it. Get a crit on a spell.
We haven't crit anything.
No, but you don't have to. You just have to roll like a 20 or
yeah, we haven't. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I might even use it if I get to. Yes, so.
Because you need more reverse dice in your life.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's put it this way, Matt. Here's something for possible. In their 22 and a half minutes, when fucking Doc Fulton is navigating through the Logris, you can be the one to yell, "You can do it, Doc!" and play that on him then. And
the reverse dice, it's quite a handy card to have that.
Amazingly handy. You can do it, Jimmy! Like that. You get 2 more cards like that, and he's pretty much ready to fucking go at that point, I think.
I have a limited retrieve right now, too.
I would say...
1 more card.
Well, yeah, all you need now is that it's a crit, and you're fucking sorted.
Well, with the it's a crit, Jesus, yeah.
It's
or
a crit,
limited retrieve.
Yeah, it's a crit, limited retrieve. It's a crit. That's 2 of the hard rolls.
Or even the reverse dice thing.
Don't you have a couple of those innately, don't you, Chris?
I have 1.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so he's ready, but scared. I get it. Beware. Beware.
I don't think it's, like I said, I don't think, for me especially, it wasn't like, there was a slight worry of losing Alex, but more to the point, it was just like, how can I minimize the amount of shit I have to spend to do this? Because I don't want to come out with it with a couple of pause and then lose Alex due to something really hairy. So I think what Chris is just doing, he's doing a sensible thing, and he's waiting until he's ready, and to a point where it's like, I can do this. And like me, luckily I only got through with spending like 1 pause because I had reverse dice.
Well,
and I had good cards.
I would bet $100 if somebody is actually betting against me and I could actually collect it. He can do it with less than 5 hero points expended right now. I think that's a pretty good. I would go to Vegas with a bet like that. Yeah, I mean, I'd bet $1,000 that'd be less than 10 hero points. I think I can. I think the odds are better than anything I could do at Vegas for fucking sure.
True. But the dice can be a cruel, cruel mistress.
They can. They can paddle your ass like you're Doc McKay screaming for mercy. But
Doc McKay.
Or sorry, yeah.
Is that a merger of 2 characters?
Yes.
Scary.
Look, I'm gonna just play the papers because I don't want to.
On where?
On this zone, I've got right now. I have the second ID for Frederick Fern.
Very good, Mr. Fern.
Yes.
Okay. Good job keeping the first name the same. That is something that you were taught to do in real life espionage stuff. Because that way when they come in the room and go, "Hey, Freddy," you go, "Huh?" automatically, as opposed to, when I say, "Hey, Freddy, step on your foot and wink," you should go, "Huh?"
The funny thing is when they come in and they go, "Illness," and he goes,
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't respond at all.
That's not your.
I'm betting he could be like hanging out, going down the street, and somebody go, "Hey, Freddie," and he'll fucking look now. Oh yes, he fucking will. He'll be like, "Who the fuck is calling me?" And his parents are like, "Somebody broke our kid." And he's like, I'm Freddie now.
Oh, hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not the big dude.
So do you have the ring here with you?
Well, it's not the ring. The ring doesn't matter anymore. It's the cube. That's in a Ziploc bag back at the embassy, I believe.
Yeah, we put it in the most secure place we had, so that
it's tiny. It's tiny. It's
as
so
he says
tiny.
that, it shows like the camera going through all these doors and fucking guard posts and portalists and shit, and eventually it gets there and it shows a chicken sitting on top of it going.
That's a were chicken, I have
Where's the chicken?
Were chicken.
Their chicken. Their embassy.
Oh. Right.
Look, while we're down here, how long would if we put down a lantern or a large enough candle to light the Trump arrival room, how long would that burn for before it needs to be replenished?
Give me your candle lore roll.
Candle lore? We've used them so much. How long do they last?
The ones you get, normally an hour or two.
All right,
Candle lore. Mate, I would have rolled that just to get a new lore spell.
No. No idea.
Yeah, fuck you is the answer.
Nice.
You can have really long burning lanterns and shit.
This lost for fuck you. God damn.
You normally use small candles because you don't give a shit, and also, Freddie, you're not allowed to have candles. So there's your answer.
It's true.
Why aren't you allowed to have candles?
Because I burn everything down.
That's right.
That's it. Burn
So
it all.
we could always hang out. We can always hang out for a little bit here and wait for the manager to come back. Hopefully he'll come back, and then I could always try to use my pattern analysis stuff, which I've already used today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the armor, just to make sure. I would rather be shit sure than not.
Yeah.
Although
I'm happy doing that. Let's bust a day out. We'll all get our abilities
And
back.
if you could try and do a more detailed analysis on me tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, 11. So
No.
we'll spend the night here. And wait till tomorrow.
What, in the fucking basement?
No, there's bedrooms in the basement, yes.
Okay. You notice that the bedrooms in the basement, not nearly as fucking comfortable because they don't have things like air vents and shit, so it tends to get rather stuffy rather quickly down here. Especially, when you're burning down the whole fucking place. But, the bedrooms up on the ground floor or first floor, much more comfortable.
Yeah, but the fucking colonel is there, so...
That's a good reason to stay your ass in the basement.
Yeah.
So, you guys do so. You wake up wishing that, air vents and shit like that existed. And, But, of course, if they did, that fucking John McClane would be crawling his ass through it and shit.
Yippee, motherfucker.
So, yeah. No problem. In the morning, you guys are ready, and the manager comes over and greets you guys at breakfast, and he says, "Hello, I heard you were looking for me."
Yes, hello, Mr. Zeiche. I have a message to deliver to you from Mr. Rad.
All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Wait, is this a singing one or a normal speaking one, or maybe you have a tube of paper?
It's just a normal speaking one.
All right.
Okay. Well, I do have it written here. If you'd like to have a look at it.
No. If he wanted you to speak it, then let's hear it.
Yes. Okay. All right. Begin letter. Dearest Zyke, you've done a rip-snorter job getting the tucker flowing.
Is that good?
I'm assuming that means yes, you're doing well.
All right. And what's Tucker?
Food.
Great.
I speak Australian, apparently.
Can you just translate for any difficult words he says? Just tell me what they mean as we go.
Instructions clearly say read it word for word.
He still wants translation, though.
Okay, you translate, I'll read it.
Great.
Your blood's truly worth bottling. Fair fucking...
He looks at Kinley.
You're a good guy.
Yeah. Whenever I do this, that means he looks at Kinley for translation.
Fair fucking dinkum.
Good job.
I've asked Freddy to come to you with a new task. I'll need you to start entering an area of the basement that's off limits to the staff. We need your help keeping an alternative light source going on in one of the rooms near the garage. On account the magic has temporarily gone cactus.
Gone bad.
Freddy will show you which room and discuss with you whether a big-ass candle or a lantern makes more sense. Love you, mate. Give the staff a big hug for me. Ras and Rad. P.S.
Give the staff a big hug.
No, the mate thing.
Oh, friend.
Ah.
P.S. Let's have some of the doors with tailoring ability set up in the vacant shop we have on the corner behind the Golden Wattle. Time to roll out a new service. Tailoring, cleaning, and paint, and maintaining uniforms for the Colonel's men.
Oh. Can I send a message back to him? I will speak it. You can tell him.
Very well.
Request to have Kinley translate any further messages from Australian to normal speech. Request next message in singing telegraph form.
Ooh. I'm happy to do that.
Cool. End
Well.
message.
Okay.
So I also have a message for you.
Oh, God,
Ooh.
he says.
I'll translate that too.
All right.
Well, this is a message from me, actually. I was going to send you a message, and it just was easier to come and tell you.
I'll still translate it for you.
All right.
All right, so I got to show you out. We got to look out the window here, but not like just, go open the window, like from inside a bit.
Sneaky, you mean?
Yes.
Fine. Is this
So
about the Harlequins that are watching the place?
Oh, so you know that they're watching.
Oh, yeah. We've been watching them, watching us, watching them, watching
Good.
us. Would you like them killed? Or we're not sure what to do with them? They don't seem to be doing anything.
Be very careful. They are very deadly.
Yes, we've got some things ready for attempting to do stuff. Are any of you good with a ballista?
Ooh. Yeah, I think I've had a couple of goes on a blister before.
We've got one of those set up in a line where we might be able to get both of them if the shot is good. The problem is that they're always twitching around. But also, we've got a special, very thin metal cable that we got from Guri attached to it so that basically we're going to be fishing. Now, also, I've given some thought to the lighting thing, and it will cost some of the profits. So I guess message back, is it okay to use expensive candles? Because oil will cost a lot more than candle wax. But I would get, there's something called Yankee Candle Company. Have you ever heard of this?
Yeah.
They make really fucking big candles that are supposed to burn for like up to 150 hours, closer to 100 to 150 hours, and we would get several of those. So
There is my...
because
Oh,
honestly,
and if you get a candle topper, it makes it last longer because then it burns more evenly.
well, the yes, however, you have to keep fucking with it every hour or two. And honestly, I don't have time to keep going in there and doing stuff because I'm working my ass off. I've got multiple.
No, you don't.
The fuck is
What
it?
is that? Oh, it's got a candle.
Where's the topper part?
I don't have the topper on, but this is a Yankee candle. My toppers are in my room.
I don't know what the topper is you're talking about then.
It
you
looks
mean
like a
just
little lampshade.
Oh, just to make it less oxygen or something?
Right, it makes it so it doesn't burn so quickly.
Well, yes, but we
and then
need
you get
a
a
lot
wick
of...
trimmer, and then you trim the wick down so then it's not such a big flame, and then it makes it last longer as well.
I thought you wanted a lot of light in the room, though. I thought that was the whole purpose. Because I was going to buy like half a dozen of these to use at one time in there to give enough light to read by or something like that.
I have to say, when Chris first held that up, it looked like on his camera it was like a blood bag. I was like, no, you don't. I got blood right here. What?
Alright, so you guys just see Freddy tapping around his bracelet, and a message pops up. And then I turn to the manager and say, I've just spoken with Rastin. He says, use the profits. It's fine for the candles.
All right.
Also, I also have a message I was thinking of putting.
Okay,
But decided I would rather have a word with you instead. I've been feeling rather in a philanthropist kind of mood at the moment, and I'm willing to give philanthropist.
I don't know what that word means.
I've had a bit to drink today.
That's what that means.
Right.
You've been having a drunk mood.
I feel like I'm going to give back to the community. Philanthropy.
Philanthropy?
That's the one. That's what I said. Philanthropy.
All right.
Philanthropy. That's the one.
Cephalopod? Oh, never mind.
Cephalopod.
Different.
I was thinking of starting up a woodworking craft shop. Free for anyone that would like to take some lessons in some rudimentary woodworking skills.
Oh, Mr. Kinley, can I be your assistant?
Yes.
Who would teach this?
I would. I'm a master crafting person.
I can do as a living.
I can see a small problem with this, Mr. Kinley.
What's that?
Two problems. Two problems immediately come to mind. Three problems immediately come to mind.
4. What?
He says, the first problem is you're usually around for maybe a day, maybe two, every couple weeks to a month, and it's usually an unexpected time. That's problem one.
No, that's fine. It's whoever wants to do it at the time who's available.
Well, usually if people are signing up for free classes and stuff, they want to know when, as opposed to surprise, it's class time.
Yes, but that's why they have these new pop-ups that everyone likes. These pop-up workstations. Yes.
What are you talking? Are you talking like something on the street where it just opens up its doors?
Yeah, they have these restaurants, pop-up restaurants, and these other things. They're like, oh, look how cool we are. We've just popped up. We're going to be here for a day or a week, and then you get really nice food, and then we'll be gone.
It looks at you like you're quite insane. The second problem I can see is right now, if you were to offer anything for free, you might get overwhelmed by the response. And then people who weren't able to get in on it might become angry that they weren't able to and light fire to it. So essentially what you would be doing is advertising for a free brawl or riot.
That's a bit of a negative way of looking at it.
We
find a really big open area.
We've had 4 people. We've had 4 people killed giving out free food, sir, discreetly.
But I'm Alex Kinley.
Yes, that's why I'm saying you're advertised for a brawl, not for you to die. You see where I'm going? People are scared, desperate.
And you take their mind off of it by giving them something to work towards and having projects they can work on and help them build their new life back up. Actually,
we've been kicking around an idea from Kinleyville, you understand.
We're not talking about a blood dome, are we?
What a great idea, sir.
No.
That would, bread and circuses, he says.
I'm not averse against it.
Thank you so much for your blessing, Mr. Kinley. He shakes your
You
hand. I
might want to
really
run this
appreciate
by
this.
No, wait. You should run this with Mr. Rad first.
It would be a totally separate thing under the auspice of Mr. Kinley, who has just approved
that's
the.
fine. Mr. Kinley's had a bit too much to drink.
What?
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
When has Mr. Kinley not had too much to drink?
I always
right
know what
now.
I'm talking about.
Right now, you should get him some, please.
He leaves to go get Mr. Kinley more alcohol.
Alex, what are you doing? We don't need another blood
See,
dome.
well, I was trying to be good there.
Why are you trying to get people killed?
Oh no, I'm talking about the woodworking
Yeah, that's
craft shop.
fine.
Yeah,
Don't mention the blood dome.
I'm just saying I didn't endorse it, but I wouldn't say no to it.
That's basically endorsing it.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
The guy has two assistants struggling with a huge fucking urn and a glass. Just,
Don't worry about the glass.
yes, sir. They put a fucking spout in one of the sides of the urn. The two guys go, can you sign this for me, sir?
Sure.
Thank you. You sign a couple autograph books. They look happy and wander off, and the guy shoos them out, and he goes, so, thank you so much. We'll get on that. And we were thinking about maybe kind of having some other kinds of games in addition to just the Blood Dome, like maybe some sort of racing and stuff like that. If we can get some horses and such,
It's basically like a games.
Well, yeah.
Like an Olympic version of games.
Yes, that sounds good.
Many different games in one. I like this.
That doesn't involve people dying.
Excellent.
No, exactly. No death. No death.
What?
No death.
But in the Alex Olympics, some deaths just happen.
Oh, if they happen, they happen.
Excellent. I need you to sign this here and here, and you'll get 10% for just your signature.
Nice.
Cool. He has you sign a bunch of paperwork. If you want to read it, then let me know. Otherwise, he just has you sign several things.
I do.
The guy's working on keeping it away from Freddy. I've been instructed not to talk to you, Mr. Freddy.
I'm thinking, I've got some really good ideas coming up here. Kind of mazes, maybe with like alligators in it or something. Alligator maze run. That could be a good one. Pitfall. Now we're talking.
This is why
Giraffe jumping.
This is why we can't have nice things.
What? Think to the Romans, Freddy. Think to the Romans.
Yeah, look how they ended up.
Great. They ruled most of the world for ages.
And then they all died.
Well, that's eventually everyone's going to die, aren't they?
No, what you want.
But the fact is, while they had the games, even though their populace was starving and medically in a bad place, their spirits were high because they get to go and watch the games. It elevated them to a new level. Freddy, I'm doing this for the people. Can you not see this?
You do realize those people are slaves.
Well, yes, but I'm not saying slavery. I'm not endorsing that. These would be free people playing for their honor and for food and stuff like that. They're going to win stuff from it.
I give up. You do what you do.
The best thing, says Manager Zickus, is if it does go wrong, we'll pin it all on Freddy.
No,
I have nothing to do with it.
We can't really do that. That'd be a bit unfair.
He just looks at you.
I don't think it would go wrong.
Nor do I.
What could possibly go wrong?
He puts away his big stack of papers and says, I have things to do.
Wait. So, I have acquired a blacksmith shop.
He looks around.
Where'd you get that from?
I bought it. It is the blacksmith's name is Summerstance, and I tell him where it is. So that way, if you need any, like, building materials or anything like that, you can get them at a discount with him.
Can you write a letter of introduction for me, please?
Yeah.
He provides pen, or actually inkwell, ink, blotter, paper, etc.
And of course, for the games, if there's any construction needed, any wood construction needed, any wood construction needed for that, I would be happy to help out with the building.
You're not around very often, sir.
When I'm here, we're very busy people. We can't be here all the time.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, if and when I'm here, I will help with construction.
I did want to ask, how is
Are you any good at architecture things? He says, ignoring Freddy.
Yeah, not bad.
He pulls out he goes and gets a big roll of paper and stuff, and he begins going over plans. Give me anybody can support Kinley if they want. Essentially, what he's wanting to do is make a gladiatorial arena with a blood dome in the center and a racetrack around the outside of it, within the thing.
Yeah, that looks good.
All right, great.
Do you like gladiator movies?
He's doing good on his fucking architecture.
Yeah, thank God.
Kinley gives it his stamp of approval, and the guy goes, great. Roll up, Blaine.
I could say if he'd fumbled his, just with his big mound of wood.
He's going to have a collapse and kill a shitload of people.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says, I have plans for this. Thank you very much.
I did want to ask you one more thing.
Oh, he stops. Oh, like somebody's talking to me. Yes?
How is the situation with the colonel going? Is it still under control, or?
So far, so good. We're taking steps to ensure future cooperation between both of our, etc.
And what about his superiors? What do they think of his occupation?
As near as we can tell, they're kind of adapting let's see what happens. If it works out here, then great for him and possibly us. If it doesn't, then he's going to get the boot. And when I say the boot, I mean they'll be crushing his windpipe.
I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's hope things go well for him.
I think with this new plan and Mr. Kinley's endorsement,
yay!
I think that we have taken the first steps to ensure future prosperity.
Future prosperity!
Have a drink on me, he says. And he heads
I do.
Essentially, you've got a fucking pony cake, or something bigger than a pony cake with a fucking giant metal straw. So
nice. I'm good. Excellent. Anything else we need for this gentleman, or can we let him go back to his...
Oh, he's already gone.
Oh, good. Right.
He ran off and he was all happy.
I have no messages, so...
Let's start doing crazy shit.
Alright, well, do you want to go look at the cube back at the embassy?
Were we not going to do the armor quickly?
Oh, yeah, the armor.
Fresh.
One more look, see.
I better try and get a bottle of whiskey for later to take with me. Yes!
He sits there for a few minutes and everybody give me listen rolls. Half full bottle of whiskey.
What the fuck?
Yeah, everybody heard a distant bartender yell, "Oi!"
Kinley.
What?
Can you do that with other things?
Yeah. Well, like what? What? It has to be small.
Like, I don't know, a gem?
A gem. Well, here's the thing. It's got to be a one word, and it's going to be general. I can't say the red gem of fire that you have a specific gem. If I just say gem, it will be the first gem it finds.
Oh, so we just go stand near a jewelry store somewhere across the street and... You said Jim.
Maybe.
Just something to think about.
Sometimes it seems to get from close. Sometimes it seems to get from far.
Yeah, sorry, it's not the closest thing. It's just
Oh, is it random?
random. Yeah.
Alright, okay.
I remember one day using that and grabbing the Jewel of Judgment.
That went well.
Yeah. That was an interesting time.
Alright, let's go check out the armor.
Heal.
All right, I'm getting ready with me rolls.
Armor's still laying on the table in front of you. You just said,
So
hey, let's go check out the armor. There it is.
Did we already do? We already did high magic, didn't we?
We
So we
did
haven't.
chaos and high magic.
We did chaos, did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
It appears that the secrets of this armor are being powerfully kept.
Ooh.
So detect power pattern is crit.
Yeah. Sense power.
You can sense no power pattern. You guys are all sitting around going, whoop, whoop, whoop. It's refusing to give up its fucking secrets.
Can
What's
you,
that?
Since you made that, and I'm standing next to you, can you analyze me now? Since you sensed me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did sense you, actually.
Do the detailed one if you can.
Well, okay, I got to do that, and then I got to go to. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. Triple finger snap. Triple finger snap. Some dude you don't know comes in and he goes, "Hi,
Why are you in the basement?
I'm Tom.
Hello, Tom.
I've been elected by Manager Ziki as the new keeper of the candles post. He said I should come down there and introduce myself. He's going to be busy doing a lot of other projects and stuff. So I'm Tom.
Hey, Tom.
Hi. He said it's an important post. If I fuck it up, Rassel and Rad will fucking get really upset. And possibly the owner of the place, also McKay, who I've never fucking seen, but I've heard about. But he did tell me the keeper of the candles, since you guys are immortal, may end up becoming a hereditary position and stuff.
Did he tell you in the room where the candles are?
Not to fucking touch anything. My only job is to replace the candles and make sure not to touch anything else, or you guys might chop off my cock.
Might.
He looks nervous.
Only joking. Just a bit of banter.
And if it's ever dark and you guys find out it was dark, then it might be a beating. So my job is to now the keeper of the candles.
It's a good job.
Yeah, I'm going to get the candles at some point, but I was told to start using like the cheap candles we've got on the place now. But later they're going to send a team off to St. Louis to get some other fancy candles in glass.
Alright, well, let me show you where the room is, so you know exactly what you need to do. And
Excellent. Okay, you show him the room. He talks at length about like position of the candles. He pulls out some chalk and he draws circles on the floors because they're going to be big fucking glass candles, possibly multiple wicks and shit like that. And they're going to have like several of them in there. It should be nice and bright, you know, but you got to get shadows right and all that stuff. So I'd suggest waiting to draw any more trumps until they get all that shit set up, because even setting up that shit may break existing trumps here. But he's essentially, they're going to be trying to make it the same all the time, and he's going to have to check on it regularly and stuff. The only bad thing is that there's not a lot of airflow down here, so the basement's always musty.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well,
It is, because you don't have to be in it. If you had to be in it, you'd be like, we need to find a way to make this basement not suck cock.
if you have any issues, Tom, please let the manager know, and he'll give us a message.
I don't think he's going to be around as much for a bit. He's got a project, something about blood dome or something. Anyway, so yeah, I'll take care of it. I'm Tom.
Now, Tom,
Yeah.
I don't need to repeat what you already know.
Chopping off the cock is a strong motivator.
Okay.
Well, Tom, also, I'm afraid
God,
to
where
say
the
that...
fuck did you come from? He says,
What?
He whirls because he took him off to show him the
Right.
room, and you snuck after him. He goes, "Oh Jesus!"
I don't want to tell you that, afraid, as the first thing or position of this job, your name must change.
I'm ready to accept my new name.
You will now be Timmy.
Timmy?
Timmy! Light the candles, Timmy!
Yes, sir.
Timmy.
Also, I'm gonna need you to. Kenley, can you come up with some weird insignia to signify that Timmy is the keeper of the candles?
Actually, I'm going to be one of the keepers.
You want
Apparently,
me to-
there's supposed to be a new team.
You wanted to cut a T into his forehead?
Oh Jesus! He says. Could I have a better name than Timmy? Because I mean, shouldn't it be something to do with candles or something?
How about Wick?
All right.
Mr. Wick.
All right.
I like that. That's a good one.
Take card, Frank. No problem. He says, now, I'm only going to be part of the team because
I'm
if
going
I...
to scroll a W, though, enjoy it.
Oh, shit, he says. I'm going to be part of a team because if I get sick or, stuff like that.
Hello.
So,
Only you.
life doesn't work like that, he says.
Listen here, Mr. Wick.
Yeah.
You have one of the most important jobs in the universe.
Hence, I'm going to have a small team that helps me out to make sure it's done correctly.
So long as you're the only one who goes down here. Fine.
He just looks at you like you're not now. He says,
No,
yeah.
only you.
Your name's Freddy, right?
Sometimes.
He looks at Kinley and goes, you understand why I need to have other people and stuff, right?
Here's the thing, though. If they're big ass long candles that take a long time to burn out,
I'll have to come down at least every 2 days. But
Yeah.
if this is as important as he says it is, I'm going to be down here probably a couple times every day to make sure. But I need to have our people, and I'll have to train them up in the job in case I get transferred out. We don't normally just have one person stick around the zone for a long time. It's the head guy. He said that everybody needs to learn every job and stuff. So
I think with the frequency that you'll actually need to be down here changing the candles, and maybe just like one other trusted person that just in case you are sick or not here.
yeah,
But we want to keep it. We want to keep it to a minimal amount of people.
I will keep it to a minimum amount. Cut to it. Just shows his line of priests with candles. No, carrying these candles.
How about that? We'll say this is the probation period, and when Mr. Rad is next in the Golden Wattle, he will either say yes, continue doing this, or he will say do it differently. How does that sound?
I'll talk to Mr. Rad.
Great.
Yeah.
He wanders off to go do what he was going to do anyway.
Right.
Freddie sighs at the inevitable fuckery coming up.
Another job well taken care of. Right. So we have not gleaned anything extra from the armor, right? So cube. Yes. Yay. Nay.
What are we doing now?
Yeah, the cube.
So I think
Yeah.
we've kind of exhausted everything with the armor. We can go and take a look at the cube if you want to go in and try and analyze that a bit more.
Sure.
That was interesting because it had its own power source and stuff. So I know you're more afraid with that stuff.
By the way, Doc, I have 2 backup trumps of this arrival room, so here, you take this one.
Okay.
I'll leave the other one for wrestling.
Why don't you go get the cube, bring it back here, since magic works easier here, and then we could look at all.
Okay.
Mhm.
I can do that.
All right.
All right.
Yes, Freddie, I'm going to need one of those trumps eventually soon, if you don't mind.
Yes, I'll work on this during the end of the session. Okay. Okay, Logan, I will pull out the jump of my doghouse, or the back of the doghouse, whatever, and
Okay.
I will jump over there.
Luck roll full. Yay! It works.
And then I will go and find Elwin and ask him if we may have the Ziploc bag.
Is there anything else you're wanting for the next few days out of there? Because I'm going to be going off to do some other things.
No, sir, thank you.
Are you quite sure?
I'm
Hmm?
sure.
For the third and last time, I do ask you, is there anything else that you'll be wanting for the next few days out of the basement?
No, that's it.
Very good. He goes off, and after a half an hour of him fighting crocodiles and shit, he brings you back your fucking baggie. Shows a single chicken feather stuck in his hair, and he hands it to you. He says, there you go.
Thank you.
There's a little bitty cube thing in there. It's so tiny.
I'll make sure it's properly secured and
The
Oh,
Ziploc
yeah.
bag has been most firmly sealed because you can tell because it's one of the cool color ones, and red and blue make green.
alright, then
Actually,
I'll
Purple, but that's
I'll
okay.
jump back to our new arrival room in the Golden Waffle.
All right, and give me a luck roll at full to see if it's already been fucked up. Fortunately not. All right, so you managed to get back to the room, and you see that the Mr. Wick is currently talking to 4 other people and whatnot, and they are apparently discussing candles, candle links, type of wax. Can they be made here? Should they be sourced from somewhere else, etc. He seems to get into this position a lot, especially since he's now wearing a candle instead of like a flower. So you ignore this and go get together with the rest of the party.
We need to make you a hat,
Oh.
an official hat that looks like a candle.
He looks really excited and he says, I will have Alex Kinley and the Immortals make me a special hat for this new post.
Yes.
He looks really fucking like thunderstruck.
In fact, I will go and get the materials I need now and attempt to make a...
It just shows Freddy standing there with his forlorn Ziploc bag, and he's like, ah. And Kinley marches off. You see Doc looks like he's just sitting there stressed out. Right, what materials are you going for, Kinley?
something nice and light and airy.
So, like felt or
Yeah.
leather or...
Felt sounds good.
I'm guessing enough for like 5 different attempts because you suck at hat making? Okay, great. You go get a bunch of hat supplies. Do you have any money?
No.
There you've run into a problem. You found. Give me a research roll to find a place that'll sell you the supplies and even tell you how much money they want.
I'd give a shopping list to one of the guys. Go get this stuff for hats. Official hat.
What
Take it out
about
take it
lesser
out of
hats
proof.
for the assistant, sir?
Yes, smaller hats.
Very good. And they head off with the expanded shopping list. And they come back with a bunch of shit. Is anybody wishing to help Mr. Kinley with the new hats?
Oh, Keeper of the Flames. That's what you will be called.
Wow.
Keepers of the Flame.
Sure.
I fail that.
This is a hat making roll.
What is it? Is it under hat weight? Maybe.
Oh wait, for these little for the hats that you're making, how about if I make like little with red pieces of glass, make little that'll be like the flames on like the little candles that are on your hat.
Yeah, sounds good.
Do you have glass making skill or something?
Well, I have jeweling. If I could I?
You could use small semi-precious stones and shit.
Okay, like red ones, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, Freddie, are you wanting to contribute anything to the newest ritual slot that's going to be coming up? As you watch it spiral the fuck out of control.
I've got sewing and weaving. Would either of those help?
you can. Well, weaving won't help unless you make all the hats out of like woven grass or something. But the sewing will definitely allow you to support your hat making or hattery. Although you're not going to use as much mercury like Mad Hatters of long days gone by.
No.
So, Freddie, what were you saying?
I'll just support them with what they're doing.
What skill are you wanting to try to?
Sewing and
Go for
haberdashery.
it. Okay, I don't think your sewing will help, but you can still try to get a check in it. How's that jeweling roll going there, Chris?
Not good.
All right. The first batch of hats of 5, you're only going to get 5 attempts. After that, you're just fucking done. Has completely failed. Everybody can try new shit. Matt, wait until they try their supporting.
Well, I haven't actually rolled hat making yet.
Right. Oh, okay. I see. Go ahead and try hat making for the first one. Because it's not good so far.
Hat making.
Yeah, just not 2 because we failed both.
We'll try for the first 2, Matt.
No, not bad.
Okay. The other?
No.
The first one kind of looks like it's modern artish.
Poorly made hats, but that's fine. They still are important.
Try you two.
One
Try.
more.
All right. He's managed to sew his shirt to the 3rd attempt.
You get my shirt as well.
Why doesn't everybody just do their last 3 attempts all at once for stuff?
Boom.
Oh.
2. There you go.
Okay.
Cool.
It looks like they're little red jewels of happiness and stuff.
Oh, so I got plus 5 on one and plus 10 on the other. So let's do. I'm going to save the main big hat until last, and that'll be the plus 10.
Okay,
So
one of the plus 5s has got your shirt attached to it. If you make that one, it'll be very hilarious. But
the last one makes it with plus 10.
Wow. All right, no problem. You've now got the major hats as well as various minor hats for the Keepers of the Flame. This is how religions get started. So, no problem. All the Keepers of the Flame have like little fake candles with red semi-precious stones around the top. I can't wait till fucking Wrestling goes, I thought it was one guy. There's a fucking cult doing the flame now.
Oh, no. I want the flame to be the gem. Not just like little red gems around it. Like the flame on the candle would be the gem.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
I give you guys one job. I can't wait to see Freddie's response. I did my best, but I was with Doc and Kinley, so
Okay. Yeah. By the time he gets to play again, they'll be well into the swing of things. So that will be interesting. Just look at the acceptance on Freddie's face. It's that look when it's gotten away from you. You just wanted to have one asshole check it a couple times a day, every day, and that asshole being competent. But instead, he farmed it out, and then immediately that guy said, I need a power base to do this fucking simple job. And the players were like, yes, you do. And then it went on from there. Shows Magdazicki going, we're doing what?
If these guys become fanatical about it, they could become, fun.
Yeah. So you guys, after spending about half of your day making different hats and stuff until you got the final model approved, what do you want to do now?
Right, we're going to go. Oh, we got the keep. So do we need to wait? Do we want to look at it now? Is there anything you guys can do? Because I think I've spent my abilities for the day again. So
I've already tried to sense chaos. I didn't do it.
Actually, I haven't used my chaos. I just did pattern because we already did chaos.
Yeah, well, there's no pattern in Magic. There's no.
I will try and protect.
We don't know. You might be
I
hiding.
detect chaos on the cube.
On the cube, you say. Let me double check here. I don't want to give out any wrong information. Hold on a minute.
Got a funny feeling we've already done it, but whatever.
Despite the different colors of sides glowing slightly, it does not appear to be powered by the chaos there. Chris, have you gotten a good description of this yet, or would you like one?
Can I have one, please?
Let's see. It looks like a little itty bitty miniature cube. As Kinley said, it's about the size of like kind of a square grain of rice. On the one side, it has the very small initials BM, Bravo Mike. And on the opposite side of that, it's like a tiny 6-sided dice. And on the opposite side of the Bravo Mike, it has a tiny hole. Now, on the sides of the cube are 4 different colors: yellow, greenish blue, purplish red, and gold.